is all about, don't we? I said, maybe, but help me out here. And he said, it's all about the money. You're getting rich on the backs of these animals. I thought, wow, thanks, because no, I didn't know that at all. I didn't know anyone in their right mind would get in the zoo business for the money. And that, I think, sums up what the frustration is there is no money in the zoo business. It is a business, and that is an important word to use, and it's a business with a multifaceted mission, and many parts of what we're trying to do not generate revenue. And most of our education programs and the conservation work we do costs us money. It doesn't generate revenue, and we have food to buy and bills to pay, salaries and utilities, and it's very tough to run a business with that kind of mission and make enough money to do the things that don't generate revenue. And along the same lines, is the mission of the zoo is very complicated, and as frustrating as it can be to us, it's just the reality. Lots and lots and lots of people come to the zoo, but they don't come because we're conservation organizations. Even though the zoo is filled with people that are just passionate about conservation, and we consider it our primary mission, we recognize that our visitors come for a very different reason. They come to have a family, recreational type of experience. And I have a board of 34 directors. There are only 2 of them that are on the board because they really love and care about wildlife and conservation. The other 32 are on the board because they recognize the zoo as a great community asset, and they recognize the recreational value to the community. So for me to do conservation work, I have a tough sell to sell my board and the community that this money is better spent in some faraway place like Namibia than it is right here in our own community making the zoo better. It's a challenge.
Thank you. Rick, in your opinion, what are zoos doing for conservation?
Well, we know we're not doing enough, I guess, but so many of our zoos nowadays, and I'm talking about the AZA accredited zoos, let's distinguish that. That's only about 10% of the zoos and aquariums in this country that are, that really have the responsible accreditation regulations that we do, that we go by. But, I'll give you an example with our zoo. We have 5 people now full-time just on conservation, and what they do is they do the model that WCN does. They go out there. We don't just put money in an envelope and mail it to, to a location and say, okay, we did conservation. Those are conservation dollars. But we got to measure that impact. We develop relationships and partnerships. Peter Rieger and Renee Bumpkus that are here today. Bumpus, sorry, I always do that, Renee. But Renee and Peter they're always